21st May, Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos, Heshbon and Hanefesh.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Lou mentions his Rabbi Shlomo first year yeshiva. Some nafki here in Shrine Care of Zoom. To learn how Heshbon and Hanefesh. We're in the 7th of the 30 spiritual accountings that a person should take stock with himself on a regular basis. And we're in the middle of the 7th, as I mentioned. Okay. Now this couple. Okay. I think we're at the very last paragraph. I think that's where we left off.
That looks like it right to me.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's take a look at the last paragraph. Good morning, Eliezer Tzvi. Okay. Yeah, if Lou, if you like to read, you can go ahead and read.
Okay. V'his chalfos archem etzo abore kefi his chalfos me alosam bikurovasam elav v'avadam oso. So let's see. But his chalfos is to transform. Archem, I don't know archem.
That archem, erech is like a value, the value of something. You have kamos, you have kamos and echos. You have kamos, the amount of something, and echos, the quality of something. So our erech is like the quality of it actually involves both things. It's like the some value of something. Its quality and its quantity.
Concerning Hashem, or according to Hashem, kafi, in accordance with the transformation of their elevation,
that of the kafi hachrizos malos and their virtues, bikirvosam, or there's no actually better yet their status or their level of kirvosam elav, according to the level of the closest that they have to Hashem.
in serving him.
Right.
Al Kain chashav im nafshecha al ha'inyan hazeh. Al Kain, therefore, chashav, he thinks with his mind about this subject.
Right. So al kain chashiv im nafshecha. You should consider for yourself, right? Al kain, therefore, chashiv im nafshecha. Therefore, consider for yourself. Al inyan is about this topic, this subject.
Achi. Achi is my brother.
My brother, he loves you. He calls you his brother, right? He loves you, so he calls you his brother. He's writing this. The whole sefer is written for our benefit. And he wrote this sefer that we should be able to grow and progress and become much better. So he was writing and designing the sefer for the benefit of the Jewish people.
Va'al sata bo acher yitzrach v'lo sasachim im saosecha behashtimashech b'mechashavtach uvin sach ushechalach bo. Wow. This is a hard sentence.
Right. Ve'al tita bo acher yitzrecha. Don't yitzrecha after your yetzer, right? Your inclination. Don't be swayed after your inclination.
Your inclination. And don't, what's tisachim?
From the word like maskana, and don't agree, right? Don't agree or don't give in. Im taivasecha. Don't give in. Don't agree with your desires.
Okay. Bahash timashech. Shatam. I don't know.
That um, that that they will be, a person should not uh, give in, agree to his desires when they are going to be when they darken. This is like the word when they. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. When they will be influencing his thoughts, makshavusecha, his thoughts, binasecha, and his intelligence, and his intelligence, and siklicha, and his logic, his reason.
Retain al levcha hashikefes habore yisbarach al chashboncha b'mitz honecha utehi kavantecha bo lishmo usedakdak bo lechav odo yis olah. And give your heart kafas hashkafa, a worldview of Hashem may be blessed concerning calculation, your calculation, bim tfonecha, I don't know.
So he shouldn't be agree. He shouldn't give in, agree with his desires, and when they are going to be influencing his thoughts and his understanding and his intelligence, v'tein el lipcha hashkafis boiri, but rather tein el lipcha. Your person lipcha in this case is part of the his mind. He should tein el lipcha, he should place on his mind, place on his heart. He should consider. He should consider hashkafis boiri yisbarach. He should consider the observation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Hashkafas is like the hashkaf is a perspective, a viewpoint, but also means that the observance, that he should consider that Hashem is observing him.
So consider the observance of Hashem upon his Heshbon, his soul searching, and this word bimcha.
That it's funcha that he should consider the observation of a Kadosh Baruch Hu over his Heshboncha, his meaning his accounting, his spiritual accounting, meaning that Kadosh Baruch Hu is watching and carefully recording the person's deeds, whether it's to his merit or it's not to his merit. It's b'mitzvoncha through his aspirations, and also he considers what this person's aspirations are.
And that it should be his intention, your intention in it, for the sake of what's dak?
Dak is very specific. No, v'tihi kavonosecha bo l'shmoi. Your kavana, your intention should be for the sake of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'tit dak bo l'kavodo is Allah, and that it should be refined, meaning your intention in serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu should be refined, attuned to the honor of giving honor to Hashem. That should be the overriding consideration, right? That when you're thinking about what you need to do to serve Hashem, your overriding consideration should be that it would be for the grandizing of Hashem Yisbarach. It should be for the sake of HaKadosh Baruch.
I'm sorry. Mivashescha mibeshetcha mehash kifoso alecha bo. This word mivashescha.
Yeah. Mivishticha v'hashkafasoi Allah alecha boy. That it's a his watchfulness over you is continual. There's a continual watchfulness over you.
As it is written, Hashem Yoda Machshavos Adam Ki Hema Hevel. Hashem knows the thoughts of man, that they are Hevel, they are empty.
The Hevel is like a little bit different than empty, but they are of of little worth, of little worth, or even better, of no worth. Maybe you could even better of no worth.
That doesn't sound that doesn't seem to fit. He's keeping careful track, and then and it's all for nothing because our thoughts are valueless.
Well, I mean, when a person's thinking about uh, how to get rich or how to become famous or how to steal from his friend, right? So those are pretty valueless thoughts. Could even be negative. Could even not just simply valueless. They could be even detrimental thoughts. Shem's not interested in that. Look at the book in Makshavas on Ki Hema Hevel. Right? Hashem knows that the thoughts of a person, they are of little worth. We say this in the morning. I don't know if you have a chance to say this in the morning,
Oh
right? If
yeah,
you haven't,
yeah. I struggle with it every day.
yeah. Before the Psukkah Zimmer, there's a very detailed and significant confession that we make, right? We make a very significant confession. And we say, Rabbon kol olamim, lo al tzidkesenu anachnu mapilim techanu lefanecha. Rabbon, we pray to Hashem. It's not because of righteousness that that we are um, placing ourselves and bowing before you. Ki arachamecha arbim. It's only because of your great mercy. Ma anachnu, what are we? Ma chayenu, what's our lives? Ma chazdenu, what is our chesed? Ma tzidkesenu, what is our righteousness? Ma yeshuasenu, what is our saving grace? Ma kochenu, what is our strength? Ma geburosenu, what is our might? Ma nomer lefanecha, what shall we say before you? Hashem Elokeinu, Elokei Vosenu, God and our God and God of our fathers. Hello, kol givurim kayin nevecha, all the great mighty ones are like nothing before you. Anshe Shem Kalo Hayu, and like all the famous people, like they don't exist. Right? What are they? A bunch of uh, footprints on some sidewalk in Los Angeles, right? Nothing at all. What are they? Chachamim Kivli Mada, and the wise people are like they have no understanding. Nevoinim, and those who are of insight. Kivli Seichel, it's like they have no intelligence. Ki Roiv Maseim Tov. Most of their behavior is void. It's nothingness. It's valueless, right? Ki roiv maseim to. What are you supposed to say about that, Lou? Huh? What do you have to say about that?
Well, when you frame it that way, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But this is framing it differently because this is putting it at the end of this paragraph, which seems to be saying that a person should be thinking about his connection to Hashem, the quality of his interactions, and should be using his thoughts and his reasoning to aspire towards Hashem. It's all encouraging, and then in the end it says, "Oh, and by the way, it's all for nothing."
Right.
And it doesn't say all. It doesn't say kol. And when I read that in the context that you put it, I wouldn't assume it was all. I would assume that it was meant much of the thoughts of a person are valueless. The person involved, allows himself to get involved in a lot of nonsense,
Right.
but not everything.
Oh, well, excuse me, Lou. I think Mayor was just trying to call me. Can can you let him in? I'm not getting a reading that he wants to come in. Let me see. Let me make you the host. And if you could let 1 second. Yeah, okay. And if you could let Mayor in, you have a okay.
Okay, I see him.
Okay. Let him, he just tried to call me. That's what it was, a phone call. Okay.
Yeah, he's connecting now.
Okay, very good.
Oh, there is.
Ah,
Hey there.
There he is.
good
Good
morning, good
morning.
morning, Mayor. Yeah, I saw you just tried calling. I didn't get a reading that you were trying to come in.
Oh,
Um,
because yeah, I've been waiting. It says host, is there, but okay, whatever.
all right, very good. Okay, we're at the last paragraph. If you look on your document, we're on the last paragraph. We're actually in the middle of a a predipus of Makshava right now,
Mhm.
because the point being made now is that a person should take stock. That's the whole point of the Heshbon Hanefesh. He should take spiritual stock with himself in terms. Okay, Lou, you also have to let me, if you now since you're the host, if you could let me do sharing, I appreciate that.
Okay, you should be able to now.
Okay, great, thank you. Um, so if a person's supposed to take a stock with himself, uh, so the again at the beginning, let's just reapproach from where we started off here. The beginning of this spiritual accounting was that a person should take stock with himself in terms of how well he is fulfilling his uh, conditions of servitude to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, meaning he, as we mentioned several times in the last few days on this subject, person's not in this world to serve himself. He's in this world to serve a Kadosh Baruch Hu. So, just to illustrate the point, if you would go to your local supermarket, right? And I'm
Mhm.
even talking in good old Yerushalayim, right? I'm not talking about your downtown Istanbul or Hong Kong, right? Talking about Lahavdil El Abdullah. I'm talking about good old local supermarket here in Yerushalayim, and you'd stand outside the door, and you stand there with your microphone, and you say you're doing a study, or you're doing a survey, you're doing for the radio, the television. Tell me, you spent the last few minutes here in the supermarket. I see you coming out with a few bags of goodies there. Tell me why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this? So what are people gonna say?
It's necessary.
It's necessary. Well, okay, so you say they'll tell you, right? You got to eat, right? You got to eat. So you ask them, well, what do you got to eat for, right? So maybe a mother will say, I have to feed my children, right? I have to feed myself, right? But even here in good old Yerushalayim, you may not find too many people who say, well, I want to have strength to serve a Kadosh Baruch Hu,
Right.
right? So a mother
Mhm.
that's feeding her children, so how is she any different than a cow's feeding her calves, or a
Right.
kitten getting fed by her mother, right? So mother's feeding her kids, and a cow's feeding her calves, right? So it's all very good and nice. The world goes on. Children come and they grow up and get big and they have children themselves. The world continues. Wonderful, very good. But so where does that fit into our, as the Mechaber says, our Tanai, the Elokav b'Tanai Avdus? Where does it fit into our condition of being servants to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, right? Where does it fit in? Of all those people, you'll go, and you can go to a supermarket, you can go into a clothes store, go to a clothes store, and it has to be, what do you came out with some nice bags there. What'd you get? I said, I got a new dress, right? Oh, why'd you get a new dress? Ah, because I have Shever brachas. Ah, because I have a date. Ah, because this, right? Well, what about where's Hakadosh Baruch Hu fit in with all this? I don't think about that too much. So that's the problem. If a person's not going to be thinking about that too much, so that reduces his thoughts or her thoughts to what he first said at the very beginning, at the very end, the last, right? It's a pasuk, I think. Hashem Yodea Makshavos Ha'adam Ki Hema Hevel. Right? Where did they cite that? They cite that for you, the mayor, that pasuk.
Ah,
It's the
Let me
last thing on
locate the
the last
pasuk.
paragraph, Mayor.
let's see.
Hema, Hema, Hevel.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Bottom of the page, the last line.
Right. It should be Tehillim. It should be a pasuk in Tehillim. Yeah, it's a pasuk in Tehillim. Perek Tzadi Daled, pasuk Yud Aleph. Hashem
Sadi.
Yudea Makshava Surim Ki Hema Hevel. Now we have to think about what that means.
Oh, yeah, it's also in the davening, Ki Hema Hevel, I think.
So let's see. Shem Hua Dadas also Yudea Makshava Ki.
Ki Hema Hevel.
Okay, so there are a couple of I'll go through some of I'll go through some of the Meforshim here. The Ibn Ezra says, why are the thoughts of a person hevel? Ki ein korach lo lo'otzia le'or ta'amulo. That the thoughts of a person are really vain. Hevel could mean vanity, right? Vanities are vanities, right? Yeah, look in your translation of Kehelis. Hevel havolim, vanities are vanities, they're vain. The thoughts are vain. Why? Because Ibn Ezra says, "Ain't korach lo'otzia le'or ma'aseh." That meaning the thoughts of people are vain because they don't have the ability to bring them into fruition. Right? It all depends on HaKadosh Baruch Hu's desire that his thoughts will be brought into fruition, and without that, they won't be successful. Um,
Hmm.
That's Dak also. See, he doesn't have the ability to. He doesn't have the ability to fulfill his thoughts except if Hashem is willing and wanting that they should be successful in his thoughts. Um, um, so, but here, the um, the Havos Halavovos is using it in a different context. That if a person's not going to direct his thoughts to the service of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, he's simply going to divert these. Excuse me. He's only going to direct his thoughts to serving himself, right? Without it being lishma for the sake of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, ultimately. So he's going to be left in a situation where his thoughts are really going to be um, not amounting to much. They're not going to be worthwhile, especially in the thoughts of a the perspective of Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Hmm.
So that's actually a good way to end off this Heshbon, that a person should take serious account with himself in terms of how well he aligns his thoughts with the purpose of him being in this world, which is to serve Hashem. Okay, now, if you just give me a minute, I'll send you a new document, okay? And we can continue on with the new, this was the 7th, we'll continue on with the 8th. Okay, let me just go into the next room and send out this email, okay? Be right with you, hold on. Wait. Okay, all right, so most likely you've gotten an email by now.
I got it.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, hold on.
I put it on the screen as well. Okay, it's going to bring us to the beginning of our 8th of the Heshbonis. Screen. You can begin reading if you like. I'm just gonna this on.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so the Shmini, so that's the eighth.
Yes.
Heshbon ha'adam im nafsho, Heshbon Hanefesh, b'ma shehu chayav bo mi chod libo le Elokim yisparach. With what that he is obligated, or that which he is obligated in it, miyachod. What's miyachod?
In Yichud Libu Lelokim Yisbarach. In what he's obligated to unite, to unify his heart for Hashem Yisbarach.
The yichud halev al bet panim, and he must unify his heart concerning two aspects.
Yeah, very good. In two aspects, right?
Aleph, the first one, mehen, the first one of them, yichud halev b'yichud hakel, unify his heart with unifying Hashem.
Yichud Alev al basically Echad Mehem Yichud Alev b'Yichud. Yeah, right. His heart shall be unified, undivided. Maybe that's a better way. His heart should be undivided in the unity of Hashem. Meaning, you should have no doubts about the unity of Hashem.
Kasher be'arnu b'sichlas hasefer hazeh. What is be'arnu?
As we have explained at the beginning of this Sefer. Part of the beginning of the Sefer is an in-depth discussion about the necessity that a person should have no doubts about the unity of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the oneness, uniqueness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And the second one, Yichud Halev, the what did you say the word was instead of unity?
The
Undivided?
indivisibility, undividedness.
The indivisibility of the heart, the ace sheyaseh ma'oma mima aseh Hashem Yisbarach.
No, that's Ma'olam,
Ma'olam haba.
yeah, Mamai say Olam Haba, meaning spiritual spiritual activities.
Okay, so at the time that he's doing, what is Ma'uma?
He's doing like any of the
Any of the
activities,
actions
any any
of heaven,
yeah, any spiritual activity, any spirit when he's doing any spiritual activities.
spiritual. Uh, Chova o reshus, whether it's obligatory or optional, the Elokim levado, for Hashem in his oneness.
Well, for Hashem exclusively. He should be doing it for Hashem exclusively for Hashem.
Asher Arno, um, as we explained, Bishar Chamishi, with the fifth gate, mean HaSefer Hazeh, from in this book.
Right.
Umis Nai Yahud HaElokim. And it's a condition of the exclusiveness of Hashem.
That meaning this is another point. Upintanai yichud Elokim, and on the condition that he's believing fully in the oneness of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Meaning he's explaining here as follows, that that a person, when he's going to be doing any spiritual activities, right? So first of all, he has to have an undivided heart that what he's doing is exclusively for the sake of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, what we call the Shema. We call that Nishma. And it has to be with the knowledge and the condition that this is being done as part of his acknowledgement and realization of the oneness of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Meaning not to separate. A person shouldn't think when he's doing a mitzvah it's somehow separate from his belief and understanding that a Kadosh Baruch Hu is Echad. The belief and understanding that Hashem is Echad, right, is crucial to the proper performance of the mitzvahs. The person should not decompartmentalize and somehow think that his mitzvahs are detached from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right? That part of the Yichud Hashem, part of the unity of Hashem is that aside from the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created everything in the universe, aside from the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu maintains and sustains everything in the universe, but beyond all that, and included in that is the fact that he, the person, through his behaviors, and specifically, most crucially, when he's doing spiritual activities, meaning the mitzvahs, is that he's doing this as part of a expression of the unity and perfection with Kadosh Baruch Hu. That's part, in the very basic way, what it means to do a mitzvah. When a person's doing a mitzvah, he's doing a mitzvah, that this mitzvah, this behavior that he's doing, this deed, this speech, he's saying Shema, this makshava, he's thinking about Kadosh Baruch Hu and believing in the Kadosh Baruch Hu, When he's doing a mice, he's listening to a shofar, he's sitting in a sukkah, he's putting on tzitzis, wearing tefillin, he's eating matzah. These things, when he's doing it, part of his perspective and mental attitude and his makshavas, his kavana, is that this act is being done as a perfect, absolute expression of the unity of a Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Hello yeh lo Elokim zulaso. Hello yichas alav tzura. Hello simuna. Hello sichuna. Hello sinoah. Hello ha'atika. Below ta'er mis'ari v'gofim below inyan me'in yani ha'atem v'ha'mikra. Long sentence. That it should not be for him that Hashem Zulaso is cheapened?
Well, no, that, I mean, it shouldn't, the Kadosh Baruch Hu, without exception, right, should be considered to be without any Yikos Elav Tzur, without any attributes of form or tamuna of structure. I'll tell
Okay.
you what, Lou, I'll tell you what, since it's getting even close to 10 o'clock, we've gone a little bit longer than I wanted for this. We're not going to run through this. So I'll tell you what, let's reset and we'll start this over again tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, and then we'll be able to go through it slowly. Okay, Bezat Hashem. Thank you. It was very good.
Okay, good.
Um,
Yes, Lou.
Baruch
so we'll-
Tiyah Meir. Thank you, Rabbi.
Good. Thank you. We'll take a break and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, I'll be right back.